All right, hey, ladies. Thank you for joining me tonight. I'm really excited to kick off 2019. I know it's March, but better late than never, right? So, what we're going to be doing for the rest of the year is we're going to be doing a Supreme only call the first Monday of every month to kind of kick it off. Obviously, this week a little bit different. I had on that presentation last night. So again, just kind of keep it on your calendars. The first Monday of every month at 8:30 will be our own team call with Supreme. I know some of you guys have conflicts, so I'll try to start recording them so that we have something so I can send it out for those of you that can't get on the calls. First of all, I want to shout out to everybody that hit Success Club last month. So what we're going to be doing is for Supreme, we're going to be doing a Level Up Leaders Pod. And there's already several of you that are in it. And what will happen is at the end of March, officially, everybody that hits Success Club will stay in that pod or get moved to it. And it'll be like a large working pod. Everybody that's showing up every single day, we're using the tracker. And if you guys haven't started using the Success Club tracker, I highly recommend you guys doing it. It's something that's super important in your business, obviously hitting the vitals, and that tracker has shown, many of us who are using it has shown how much it will change your business. So definitely start using it. If you don't know where to find the tracker, it's in the Supreme Kickstart training group. It's also in the Beachbody 411 champions page. So that's a couple just quick tidbits. So again, at the end of March, the Level Up Leaders pod will switch and rotate to Success Club only people. So anybody that hits Success Club, we're going to make a small working pod that's for anybody that really wants to level up and crush their goals from here on out through the rest of the year. So as we get ready to think about, what's coming up, I want you guys to all be thinking about the Ultimate Portion Fix. Even for those of you that aren't doing it, it's really important now. Is when 21 Day Fix first launched, we literally broke the internet. This was the biggest program that Beachbody has. This was the first program that, if you guys didn't listen to the National Wake Up Call yet, what did she say? She was like, we hit record-breaking sales in the first 8 hours. What they had planned on doing in the first week, they did in the first 8 hours. And then what they had planned selling in the first 3 months, they ended up selling it in the first 7 days. So they completely broke the internet. And so I have no doubt in my mind that this is going to be even crazier. So make sure you guys know what the program is all about. Make sure you're following up on, what Autumn is sharing on her story, and just kind of see, stay up to date. Because when we have customers that are really interested in getting help with nutrition, this is the program that all of us should be turning them towards, because she's talking about, making sure that we're eating the right amount of food. And as she said this morning, when I listened to the National Wake Up Call, it's really all about making sure you're fueling your body with the right foods and the right amount of foods. So even though, every single Beachbody program has an amazing nutrition plan, but this program is designed specifically for nutrition. And if you guys didn't see the result pictures already, you need to go look at them in the info group, because they're absolutely amazing. So make sure you guys are up on the know about that program, because it's going to be amazing. Again, April 1st is the first day of the 21 Day Fix program, the workouts. It'll be a live release. So make sure you know everything about that so that you can get your challengers who can start challengers can start buying on March 18th. Customers who are turning into coaches started buying yesterday, and they can do that up until not March 18th, March 14th. Up until the 13th, and then March 14th will be for customers only. So if you have a customer now that maybe is doing 21 Day Fix, it's really good, or an old customer or someone that's done 21 Day Fix in the past, this is a really good time to start talking to them, so that maybe if they want to be in the test group with Autumn, they could sign up as a coach now. Or if they just want to roll over and do the new program, and they could get a challenge pack on March 14th and do that route. What questions do you guys have about Ultimate Portion Fix, so that I can help you guys understand? And then also there's the certification. Do you guys have any questions about it, about the program itself?
I haven't really, I'll be honest, I haven't looked into it yet, and I plan on it. Is it just like a revamp of the containers? So
it's the containers, but an expansion on it. So it's similar, but she's changing up everything, and I haven't dive into videos, but very similar to Be Mindset. There's 30 videos. She's walking you through all that good stuff. There's discussion of carb cycling, how to beat sugar addiction. There's talking about counting your macros. All that stuff is really, she's going over all of that in this. And one thing that's really cool is with the containers this time, there's a new Fix-A cookbook. Plus there's this amazing lunch box that has like coolers and containers in it. So it's like a huge lunch box. That's really cool. So a lot of people have been buying the challenge pack and then adding on the lunch box, or you can buy the larger pack, which has lunch box. Anyways, there's a bunch of different packs you can look at. But it also has 75 kid-friendly lunches. And that's really cool because it's just designed like around kids. Because as we know, that's always the number one thing that people struggle with is, what do I feed my kid? I can't do this because I can't, for my family, I can't change my nutrition because my family, it's too hard, blah, blah. So now this is like a good way to bring the whole family in, and she just really dives deep into it. And if you're doing the certification, there's 30 videos on its own for certification, and if you're doing, I think it's 30. And then if you're doing the program itself, I know for a fact it's 30 for the program itself, but I can't remember how many it is for the certification. But the cool thing about this for the certification is she teaches you, and she's suggesting that all of us get certified in this because, yes, we're masters in the 21-day fix. We can tell everybody about it, but now with the certification, we can, with the Ultimate Portion Fix certification, we will have like tips and tidbits about why it is we have this many carbs, or why it is we have this many greens, or whatever it is.
It's like that training to have. Like
with the certification, and she said it's really good because it's like, yes, we can all read the nutrition plan, right? We can all read it, but it's going to be so much better for us to have that knowledge to share with our potential customers and clients about that program. So definitely check out the FAQ. It's, the challenge pack. I think it's $199 to get a month supply of Shakeology, to get the entire program. The Ultimate Portion Fix program, it comes with a shaker, the containers. I want to say that one also has the Fix-A cookbook, but the price is right, and it basically came down to literally $40 for a whole bag of Shakeology. Wow. So it's just, you got to go look at it, and there's lots of different options. There's completion pack, there's the challenge packs that discount coaches can buy, and all that good stuff. So
is this like a 2B mindset where there's no like stopping point, or is it
in the same And Autumn had said a while back saying, 21-day fix wasn't intended for you to stop after 21 days. But that's what a lot of people did. And because they stopped after those 21 days, she wants people to really understand that this is so much more than 3 weeks. It's about changing your life and learning that relationship with food so that you can really, like you said, make it a lifestyle change, because it's not a diet. It's not a fad. It's just learning how to properly fuel your body. And like she said on the National Wake Up Call, like she goes, there's pizza, there's cheeseburgers, there's wine. Like you still live a happy, healthy life with balance. You learn how to, add that stuff in, how to do it properly with the right portions. So I'm really excited personally to do that. So, hey, Jenna. And you guys, Jenna hit successful for the first time.
That's awesome.
Woo! Super awesome. And I know Celia is halfway to Emerald. She's not on tonight, but hopefully she'll be listening to this call. And congratulations, Celia. I'm really proud of that. Okay, so we just went over Ultimate Portion Fix. Definitely start sharing about it, though. Even if you're not, like, if you guys are eating with your containers, drop those containers in your story on Instagram. It's a really good thing to do. The gifts, there's even container gifts in the Instagram story.
I did one today.
Yeah, and I will tell you, like, I took a video of me meal prepping on Sunday night, and I did
so
time lapse, and I just did it on my phone, super easy. Time lapse, but I made sure all the containers were in there. And then at the end, I was like, do you struggle with nutrition or something? Like something super basic, super simple. And like, I must have 4 new conversations going just from that poll. So just like, get those containers out there. And I've seen a lot of clever pictures of people on the team posting stuff about 21-day fix and like about the nutrition plan, because nutrition is hard and that's where we struggle most. And I think that's where people struggle the most. So now if we can get more people on board with this program, I think that'll be really a big game changer for all of us in our businesses. What else? So, okay, so Summit. Summit is in July, right? It's in July 11th, the 14th, that weekend. Even if you're not going, I want all of you guys to start thinking about, all of us are listening to this call or on this call because we consider ourselves either a hobby or we consider ourselves a working coach, let's be real. So with Summit in mind, we've got March, April, May, June, July. That's 5 months away. So the cutoffs for, I think it's May 31st. Wherever we are in our business by May 31st, that's where we will get recognized. So if I'm still sitting at a 1-star diamond, I'm not going to get recognized unless I start popping some diamonds or I get some, new working coaches, and I have to do that on my own. So I've got my own goals, and obviously I want to be 5-star when we get to Summit. Even if you're not at Summit, I want you guys to think, and I would love for you guys to share, like, where do you want to be when you go to Summit? And I think one of the coolest things, like, with having the Emerald Retreat and having what I just went to NLC, like, that was insane, and I'll never get to do that again. That's a once in a lifetime opportunity that you get invited to as a coach. And it was probably one of the best events I've been to that Beachbody offers. But that little recognition is amazing. And last night I did something in my other job and I didn't really get recognized for it. And I came home and I was really upset about it. And that reminded me, speaking in front of the superintendent, in front of the school board, and I didn't even get recognized the way I wanted to afterwards from my administrators. I was like, damn, this is why I'm a coach, because I get recognized and people show up and they care about what I do. And it's those little things, like I want to go to Summit and I want to walk across that stage again. And I don't want to sit in the nosebleed bleacher sections because I've done it so many years and I'm tired of it and I'm ready for change. And I want you guys to want that too. I want you guys, I would love for you guys to share where it is you want to be by Summit, by the end of May. Where would you like to be so you can be recognized? Pam, go for it. Where do you want to be?
Diamond, all the way.
Diamond. Let's do it. And if Andrew's diamond with you, you know what that means. You'll be 1-star.
So we need to walk across the stage together. How do we do that?
So Hadley and I did it together last year, and we both were 1-star. So if Ange goes 1-star, then if Ange goes diamond, then you are 1-star, Pam. But then, Ange, you still need another diamond, another working coach. And that could be, my husband is my first diamond because I worked in business. It just depends, and I think you've got some awesome girls on your team, Ange, and that are, using the products and are on the cusp of maybe wanting to coach. And I think, like we were here last year, Pam, and I was very vocal to Pam, and I was like, look, I'm pushing for this really big goal and I want you to be a part of it. And Pam was like, I'm fucking doing this. Like, I'm jumping on board. Let's do it. And she ran with me. And so I think that, like, being very vocal with people on your team and telling them, like, this is the goal that I'm working towards. What if we did this together?
Pam needs, how many more do you need, Pam? You need another diamond, or you need another emerald, right?
I need Ryan to emerald, and then I need probably 2 more coaches because I have 1 inactive.
Okay.
So
that's Debbie. That is my mother-in-law, and I can literally ask her to just reinstate it.
Okay, that's good. So for me, I need 1 more coach on Eric, and then I need another coach to be emerald and another coach to be emerald, right?
Yep. 2, 1 emerald on the left and 1 emerald on the right. And you have to have 4 active on both legs.
I already have it.
Yeah. So yeah, and then 1 active on each leg. So like as soon as you go diamond, Ange, if Pam is diamond, Pam will go 1-star. But Pam, if she goes diamond and you are still emerald, you won't rank advanced. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Can you repeat that?
So if you go diamond, Ange, and Pam is still emerald, or whether she's ruby, she will not rank advance until she is diamond herself.
Makes
So,
sense.
yeah, and so if you guys both go diamond, obviously Pam will already be basically bumped to 1 star. So if you guys are pushing for this together, I know you are. Then Ange, I would start thinking about, because in order for both of you to walk across stage, you've got to be 1 star.
Yeah, we both would have to be 1 star, Ange.
And I know you can do that.
You don't get to walk across for diamond?
Not anymore.
Bummer.
So I need
Oh, not anymore.
1 more coach on Eric and then 2 emeralds.
For you to go diamond, but for you to walk the stage, you have to be 1 star. So you have to build Eric.
Yeah,
To what you have
or
now.
get one of your Rockstar discount coaches. See if they want to.
Eric is on my left, so I need him emerald, and then I need 2 emeralds on my right.
Yep.
You just need 1 emerald on each leg.
Oh. So
Yeah.
I just need 3
You just
more.
need 2 emeralds. So if you build your husband to 1 emerald, on the opposite leg, you need another emerald.
Okay, but in order to walk with Pam,
You would build one of those to
I need to do
diamond.
it 1 time.
Yeah, you do 1 more time. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I think you've got so many girls that are showing up every single day, Ange. I would talk to them about your goals, and I would just be really vocal. And, like, I know you share something like, I know you're not really interested in working the business. However, I'm working towards this really big goal. Would you be interested in learning about what it is I do to work my business or something? Something simple.
Does it matter if Eric is on my left? Can I have the other 2 on my right?
Yeah. Yeah. As long as you've got 1 emerald on both sides. And it doesn't matter what, and it could be like, it could be one of those emeralds can go diamond. You don't have to have a 3rd person go diamond. It could be one of those emeralds. But yeah, I don't think diamond ever walked across stage. I think they just get recognized, or maybe they, I don't know.
Maybe you're right. I don't know.
I don't think they did last year. Because
Well,
Anna McCarthy was a new diamond.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I don't know.
My goal is 1 star. I want to walk across the stage.
Okay. Let's do it, Mandy.
And Shannon's going to Summit.
Yes, but she's not working.
No, not right now.
Mm-mm.
But that's
She's not going to work till after. She's not going to work her business until after Summit. So I don't
Why?
bank on her. She's just not in a good place right now.
Shannon?
Yeah, holiday. She just she's going through an injury, and she just doesn't want to have she's just got too many other life things.
I'm
Which is a big deal.
I'm actually staying with her the night before I fly out, since I'm flying for the cruise, since I'm flying out of Baltimore. So it'll be good to get FaceTime with her.
Yeah.
I've never had FaceTime with her, so maybe we can talk. I'm glad she's going to Summit. I think Summit will change her.
Yeah, I know she's really excited for it. I just know that that's not priority right now, which is totally fine. Again, the beauty of this business, you get to choose what you want. But yeah, if you want that, if that's your goal, Mandy, I would definitely start using the tracker ASAP. Print it out. I know a bunch of us have it. I think all of us, Pam, and Jenna and I included, have the tracker out. We print them out. I have them in a folder here, and it literally is a life changer. And you track all the names in the back.
Mm-hmm.
And so you always have a list to go off of, and then I just upload them into Streak, and then they go back in my folder when they're complete. So I've always got them. But look at Ange had 6 hit. Angie and Jenna just hit successful for the very first time, and she used that tracker all month long. So it's there's so much to be said about this tracker, and it's better than the old BAT. So it's definitely worth checking out. And Jenna, I know you're not coming to Summit, right? And that's no big deal. where, and the cool thing about Summit is like my first year when I was doing it, I wasn't at Summit, but like my name was on the poster, and I remember my coach sending me a picture of my name on the poster, and that was like really cool. Like Pam, I sent you the Emerald one when I was there last year. It's kind of where do you want to be by end of May?
I want to be Ruby.
Ruby, okay.
I think that's doable.
Definitely, it's definitely doable. I'm writing this down. End of May. And those of you girls that are listening, that aren't on the call, I would really love it if you guys could message me and tell me exactly where or what you want to focus on. And regardless, whether maybe your goal by May 31st is losing 30 pounds. You know, it doesn't have to be if rank advancing this business is not a priority for you, that's totally fine. If that's something else that, you know, for those of you that are listening who are catching up for the replay, just message me so I know that you listened and tell me what your goals are, whether it's in your personal journey or your fitness journey. So again, Ruby is definitely doable, Jenna. So Ruby is 3 coaches on both legs, and then one of those coaches is Emerald.
One on each side or just one?
One on each side. So I've got 3 on both legs and 1 on each leg. Emerald, and then if you literally one more coach on each leg and have 2 emeralds, you are diamond.
Okay.
So, and the thing is, like at the end of the month, as you guys continue to hit Success Club, then like let's say you sold a challenge pack the beginning of March. Before that person's Shakeology or performance line renews, follow up with them. Be like, hey, Jenna, I just want to check in. What's your favorite flavor of Shakeology? What's your go-to recipe? How are you liking it? And they'll be like, I love peanut butter jelly. I have it for lunch when I'm at school, blah, 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 blah. And you'll be like, that's awesome. Would you be interested in saving 25% every month and becoming a preferred customer? And they'll be like, oh, no, I don't want to save money or whatever, because you hear that. But that's a good way to try and transfer those customers into discount coaches, because that's how I built myself to diamond, was through discount coaches when I first started. So turning those challengers into preferred customers so that they can save some money and they can, slowly become a part of our team. So that's it really for focusing on goals and the ultimate portion fix. The last thing I do want to end on is Instagram. We're all working it. It's super important for us on Instagram to be consistent because people are watching us. Make sure you're showing up. Use it as your accountability in your workouts. Use it as your accountability for your vitals. Amy Rada talks about it all the time. And if you don't know who Amy Rada is, she is one of the top coaches in the company, and she was at NLC, and she's a teacher, and she talked about how she shares her PD on there. She recognizes people. She does her workouts. She does her inviting. Like she puts her call to actions. She does all the vitals every single day on her Instagram. So Instagram is great. It's awesome. Make sure some quick tips. Make sure your profile is public. Make sure you're constantly adding to your thing. I would add every single day. Add new friends to your network every single day. And then I use a Cleaner app on Sundays. It's a free app, or maybe I have the upgraded one. I don't even know. It's a free app. I go through and clean out my followers every Sunday. If they're not following me back, I unfriend them. And it's something that automatically does it. I can do it in like 200 or 300 batches at a time. Also make sure that in your top 9 tiles, you have got a little bit of everything. So I can see that you hang out with your friends, that you have a dog, that you have a kid, that you have kids, that you love the community that this team has to offer, that you are a coach, that you are married, that you love going to breweries. Share those things in those top 9 tiles, because when people go to your profile and they visit you, those top 9 tiles are going to make or break them from following you. So if you've got 9 memes, chances are they're not going to follow you. So, unless that's your thing. So but make sure it's
Depends on how funny they are.
Make
If
sure
they're funny memes, I might follow them.
yeah, exactly. Gym memes, duh. All the pre-workout memes for me, please. But and make sure your bio is like short and simple. You know, make sure it says something about what makes up who you are. You don't need to write Beachbody anywhere because you don't need I have a oh gosh, we're running out of time. I have a link tree, which has like links to my forms, which I get, which people fill out and, you know, tell me they need nutrition help or they want to join my accountability crew. And that's a free thing. You can add that to your bio. It's just called Linktree, and you can go look at mine. But that's really it. Like I said, we're obviously just going to get kicked off in less than 9 minutes. So what questions do you guys have? What, I don't know, what questions do you guys have about Instagram, or tips or tricks or questions about inviting before we get kicked out of here?
So Instagram, I've gone up like 10 people in a week, and then like the next week I'll drop back down to where I was before. So I don't know how to like retain it. But
So how frequently are you adding people, Ange?
daily.
Okay, so just keep doing it. And
People that are commenting on mine, and I'm going to their profiles and then liking some photos. But
Okay.
Should I follow the people that I like that I like on their photos?
I mean, it depends. If I look at their top 9 and I'm like, damn, I want to hang out with this girl and take her to 2 Silos, I'm gonna follow her. You know, if I think that she would make a great person on my team and I want to hang out with her, I'm gonna follow her. If they're private, I don't follow them.
Right.
I would maybe switch up how you're finding people. I would maybe go to your explore page, or like go to other derby. You should find other derby girls. I would go to top derby people. Like, let's say Marilyn Monroe is a top derby girl. Go to her last page, like go to her profile. Look at her last photos, like one of the photos that you like the most, and go see who comments on those photos. Go follow those people. Go, because they're obviously commenting, so that means they're active on Instagram. Go follow those people. Go see who is following that person. Go to local breweries, go to local wineries, places that you love to visit, places that you often frequent on Instagram, or well, in real life, but find them on Instagram and find people that way. Also, like, I'm trying to think another one. Location. You can always search locations. You can also search hashtags. Like hashtag dog mom, not a really good hashtag because it's so broad. But you could find like hashtag derby girl. I don't know what, here, I'm actually just gonna look it up. Hashtag derby, right? Isn't that what it's called? What do you call yourself? Derby girl. Okay, so 60,000 posts, okay? So if you watch any Instagram training, they will tell you to use any post that has less than 100,000. So I literally would hashtag derby girl in everything.
Okay.
If I was you.
Okay.
Not everything, but like start doing it. But you can go through and look.
10,000, you said?
Yeah. So like I'm looking at derby girl. There's only 64,000 uses of this post, of this hashtag. But you can go through and be like, oh, she looks like someone that would be on my team. I'm going to go look at her page. Oh, she only has 800 followers. Her last 9 photos are great. She's obviously not a Beachbody coach. I'm going to follow her. That's
I run into everyone doing Beachbody.
And that's the thing. However you're searching people, Pam, do something different, because like dog moms is a lot of Beachbody coaches. So I don't use that hashtag, and I don't search that hashtag because I don't want to find other Beachbody coaches. And when you do start to find other coaches, just like kind of cross it off the list, go to the next one. But like there's a lot of derby girl. There's like roller derby girl. There's tons on here. And so I would just get creative and start looking. But also like your top fitness influencer that you really like. If there's like a CrossFit girl that you really love that's always showing up in your profile, like go look at her pictures. Like I'm pulling one up right now. She's got 13,000 followers. That's way too many. I don't need to follow her, but I'm going to go and see who's commenting on her stuff, because chances are they're either asking her for advice or they're into fitness themselves, and I can just follow some of them.
So I follow them and then I like a few of their photos.
Yeah, you can. Or sometimes I don't even do that. I'll go maybe look at their story too.
Okay.
But I will tell you, I mean, it's a lot of work, and I try to do it when I'm drinking my Energize in the morning, but it quickly adds up. And don't get discouraged, Ange, by them like falling back down. And I would definitely download the Cleaner app so that you can automatically unfollow them on Sundays. I do it once a week. It doesn't have to be Sundays, but I do it once a week so that I know. And then I'm trying to think, like, what is another way?
All right.
Mine is definitely increasing, but
Yeah.
slowly.
And add, every time you put a story up, add a location and add a hashtag and just minimize it really small so nobody sees it. For example, like Heather Hages on our team on Gold Diggers, she swears by adding an airport to every single post. She's like, because every time you're in the airport, you're bored, so you're just scrolling Instagram. She was like, I find every single post, she puts a different airport. You don't know because it's so small, but people see her story because they're in the airport and they're scrolling through their Explore page and she's showing up. It works.
Well,
So
for it on Thursday.
see, and you don't have to be at the airport. So it's just like, just start tagging all these different random locations, and then you can go back and check your insights and see which ones are working. So, yeah. And just experimenting. Figure out what works, figure out what doesn't, and just kind of keep playing around with it. Just being consistent. And if you don't have highlights on your Instagram page started, I know definitely start getting those added on there, because you want to have something on your highlights about coaching, because otherwise nobody's going to take you seriously when you invite them to your team.
Okay.
I think that's it.
Can I ask you guys real quick which quote you like for my transformation post?
Sure.
Okay. You don't get what you wish for, you get what you work for. You don't get the ass you want by sitting on it.
Oh, I like that one.
Or she was tired, she was weak, but that was before home workouts.
Personally, I like the ass.
I think the third one is going to, I like them all, but I think the third one is going to hit home. Because people are going to be like, damn, how'd you do that? Or, I mean, I really like the first one too.
I like the ass one.
Yeah.
I think the ass
Okay.
one is funny and to the point.
But
And
I
it's not
like the
even
other
picture.
ones
What's
too,
the
so-
picture of?
You could
It's a
always add
side by
one to the
side
other one.
transformation.
Sure.
Are you going, what's your vibe? Because I feel like the ass one is kind of like cutthroat, like punch in the face, and the other two are a little more motivational.
And Ange, I wouldn't even put the weight on there.
No? Okay.
And the reason why, and I think Pam and I, and I'm sure you come across this, because we are fitter people, sometimes people get intimidated by us.
Yeah.
So that would be my suggestion is, because people are always like, oh, but it was so easy for you, or you weigh this, and it's like, you have no idea how much I weigh. But you know what I mean? Or because when someone sees like a number, because that is a low number, you're very, very, very small, someone might be intimidated. You know what I mean? And we don't want people to be intimidated by us. We want them to come to us because they want to feel like they can achieve the same results that we can by putting in a little bit of work.
Okay.
But I say go with the booty one. I think it's blunt, it's to the point, and I think that it's perfect.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a picture, ladies, before we jump off and I get kicked off. All right, I will share this in the group. All right, 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay, awesome. Thank you guys so much for getting on tonight. And those of you guys that are listening to the recording, be sure to send me your goals, and I will see everybody soon. So thank you guys.
Bye.